Hi everyone, I'm Engineer Hoist. It is evening. That means it's time for Transformers Earth Wars news. So here we are, and it's time to let's go get straight into the news, right? Shall we? All right. Maybe I need to work on my opening a little bit. So hey everybody, how's it going? Cameron Moore, Sharksy, Connell Novak, Chase Davis, Jared Barbara, Conman16, Alexander Rose, Devil Knight, always the first ones in. Good to see you guys in the stream. So what we've got here is it starts off with a nice hearty Ba Weep Grana Weep Ninny Bong. No more running out of ability points in battle. It's time to unveil the new Prime Core Alpha Trion. Haywire, the new Prime Core Alpha Trion. Alpha Trion, how many times can we say that? A rational mind with millennia of experience is the personification of wisdom. His powers enlighten those whose minds are ready, bringing them incredible insights and revelations. Equip a bot with the Alpha Trion core and they will generate ability points just by sheer power of will. That seems pretty cool. I think they did mention that in the stream last week. This weekend's event is an individual event. There are 30 prestiges with triple XP. So definitely want to be participating in this event so you can get the triple XP. Of course, to battle in that you need to be headquarters level 4. No, don't need to be an alliance this time, so anybody can go play this. But you do need to be headquarters level 4. And I think you guys know how to battle in an event. You hit that little yellow event battle zone and go earn your battle points. Now, the battle points that you earn, it's a flat event. It's 10 points per zone. It doesn't matter which zone you go into, zone 1 through zone 14, you're going to earn a maximum of 10. I find that on average it's probably 9 points for most of the time. Sometimes you'll earn 8, sometimes you'll earn 10, but on average it's about 9. So if you're trying to do the math of see how many battles that you're going to need to complete. And the prizes are just like it was the last time we had a Prime Core event. You earn 10 Prime Core shards, you earn some Spark, you earn 30 Prime Core shards, you earn a little bit more Spark, and then you earn 50 Prime Core shards, and then you do it all over again, up to 30 times. So that is as many as 2,700 Prime Core shards available. Like usual, it's roughly half. I think I just completed a Prime Core of the last event, so it's not going to get me quite there this time, but I think other people might actually be able to be getting their first or second Prime Core this time, so very, very cool. It's nice to see these coming every so often. And if Prime Cores don't interest you, you could just take the weekend off if you want. But man, it's triple XP, so even if you're not interested in Prime Cores, that triple XP helps you upgrade your bots. So go play in the event and upgrade your bots with that triple XP. Alright, so let's talk a little bit more about this new Prime Core. It is the 6th one, so we're about halfway done with the Prime Cores because they do have 12 Prime Cores they're planning on releasing. Although there's 13 primes, or is there going to be a 13th one? I can't remember. So the number 6 in the series ready to be shipped out during the upcoming event. You can get your hands on the all-new Alpha Trion Prime Core, or any of the other Prime Cores that you don't have already. And so there is the artwork, and the ability is you gain 1 ability point for every 35 seconds that your bot is alive at level 1, and every 16 seconds if you level up the Prime Core to level 20, I think is what they max out, and somewhere in between if you're at a middle, some level in between 1 and 20. So, oh, thanks Light Dragoon, they said 12 with the 13th being a secret. Okay, so here's a little bit more that they want to tell you about the Alpha Trion Prime Core. It's the first time we've ever made anything that gives you bonus ability points, and all you need to do is get those points is just equip the Alpha Trion Core on one of your bots. As long as that bot stays on the battlefield, you'll be getting ability points that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. So who's the best bot to put this on? Pick someone who's likely to stay around in combat for a while. So no Grimlock, no Star Saber, those guys, no Drift. Those guys, they tend to die pretty quick. Optimus Primal's another one. Those would be terrible bots to put the Alpha Trion Prime Core on. So here's what they suggest. If your medic heals enough without the ray boosters, then that might be a good choice. Or if you have a gunner who doesn't need the volatile mixture to help increase their ability damage, then you could give it to them. Or maybe you have an unstoppable warrior that's always there till the end of the battle. Maybe you want to put it on that one. So no matter who you give the Prime Core to, it's going to benefit your entire team by giving you more ability points than you normally could get in a battle. Sound good? Well, looks like there's going to be a challenge battle coming up probably tomorrow, right around the time of the stream like they usually do. So, okay, and speaking of the stream, it's tomorrow, the Thursday, at 4 p.m. Universal Time, which is roughly 12 noon Eastern. And you could do the math if you happen to be in some other time zone. And they're saying, what's in that box? Well, it's your second anniversary gift, of course. So yes, we are coming up on the second anniversary of this, at least the global launch of the game. It's been around a little bit longer in beta, but I believe it was June 1st, 2 years ago that it was actually launched. And that's when I found out about it. I hopped on it, and look where we are today, right? So join in Thursday, and they'll let us know what the presents they have lined up to celebrate the upcoming anniversary. And that is all we have for the news. Let's head on over to the game. Alright, so yes, Light Dragoon, 2,700 Prime Core shards available in the event. Cameron Moore is asking, is Sunstreaker a good choice for this Alpha Trion Prime Core? Maybe. He's a gunner that does tend to stand around, hang around for a while, and his ability is pretty powerful on its own. But you know, the volatile mixture can put you right over the edge. So you'd have to think about your individual Sunstreaker to see if it's worthwhile. All right, so let's see. Yeah, short news today. Yeah, it really was. Prime Central, good to see you. How are you? I'm doing fine. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Watch it be 2 premium crystal sharks, he says. Well, hey, that'll be one more than last time, right? I'm hoping it's a little bit more, considering that they're actually planning on announcing it in the stream. It would be kind of a letdown if they said, hey, yeah, okay, it's going to be 1 premium crystal. Maybe they'll do something. It'd be interesting to see, so definitely tune in. I'm going to probably not be able to. I think I have a busy day tomorrow, but I'll definitely be watching the replay. So... Alright, Megatron Non-Toxic Gamers, I'm doing good. How are you? Let's see. Example for a gunner who doesn't need volatile mixture, kickback, or cliff jumper. Yes, that is a very good example of a gunner who doesn't need the volatile mixture. Let's see. First aid would be a good choice. Again, it depends on whether or not you think the ray boosters to help increase his healing would help out or not. Let's see. Terry Salazar says he's going to get a new Prime Core this weekend. Very cool. Alright, cool. Let's see. Alright, Blitzwing, I see you joined the stream. Thank you. Alright. Let's see. Red Alert's in the stream now. Welcome, buddy. Let's see. Alright, Dirty Spot's got this out and shared. Very cool. Autobot Pros is in the stream. Very cool. Alright, let's see. Jared Barber says he got 3 new bots, a 4-star Silverbolt and 2-star Kickback and Motormaster on the last event. Very cool. That Silverbolt may not be the strongest bot, but that EMP damage, you cannot knock a bot or a defense out for a very long time, and he saved me quite a bit, where you get him over there and you just take one of your defenses out, and it allows the other bots to be able to walk up to it and take it out. So he's not completely useless, so enjoy that Silverbolt. And the second Prime Core for Alex Andrews, very cool. Going to get 4-star Cup to 50, very cool. Yeah, see, and oh, Dirty Spot you got my Wheeljack. Oh man, congrats to you, buddy. I hope you do enjoy that Wheeljack. You said you're loving it. Oh, I'm jealous. I really wanted that Wheeljack. I do like my Skyburst though. Skyburst is pretty awesome. And yeah, if you saw my last video, I did manage to get lucky and pull that 4-star Skylynx. And some people have asked me, how are you doing leveling him up? Well, if you watch the video to the end, you'd see that I'm not doing too well with him. He's stuck at level 10 right now. There he is. and that is because I decided to go ahead and upgrade my research lab because I've got 3 bots already at level 50 that I need to upgrade, and it's a 14-day upgrade on the lab to do that, and I've got 4 days and 23 hours left. That puts me all the way through this weekend until after the event is over. And now I will tell you, I'm probably going to coin the last couple of days of this upgrade because I do not want to miss out on the triple XP for that Skylinks. But I'm trying to minimize how many coins I have to spend, because right now it's still 2,600 coins to skip that upgrade. But you know, if I can wait it out for another day and a half, it might be down under 2,000. So, but I will definitely be wanting that available for me to be getting my Skylinks upgraded. So that's pretty much an update for what I've got, but I did save those fabulous crystals from the event for you guys for this stream. Now, not going to be a whole lot of exciting things going on in here because it's just some shards, 3, 4, or 5 star shards, and I am a pretty long way from any of those crystals. I think I might be close to a 4-star. Yeah, I'm pretty close to a 4-star. I might be able to complete one of those depending on how these crystals pay out. Probably not going to get a 3-star. Definitely not going to be getting a 5-star, especially since I've heard a lot of people not finding a whole lot of 5-star shards in these crystals. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's see, we got Chase Davis is asking, how long did it take me to get an Onslaught? Well, Onslaught's a pretty tough one to find, but you know, you never know. You could get lucky. Some people probably could get Onslaught as their first 3-star bot, but you know, some people will take them a very long time to get them. You know, so it really is kind of about luck. So some people can get really lucky very quick. Like for example, when they released the factions feature and allowed Decepticons on this Autobots account, the very first 3-star I was able to actually get on this account was Deathsaurus. I mean, he's a very difficult one to get too. But he was the first one I managed to get on this. On my actual Decepticon account, which I don't play very much anymore, I think it was my second 3-star that I got. It was Shockwave, and he's a tough one to find. So really, it is about the luck. Ooh, 50 5-star shards. That's like the big prize out of this crystal. So that was pretty cool to see. Now we're back to the 3-stars. Devil Knight says he's loving his 4-star Prime. Yeah, 4-star Prime is pretty cool. 54-star shards is nice. Would they do a core with Ultra Magnus for his hammer? Alex Andrews, I kind of agree with that. He didn't have the hammer. He wasn't really known for the hammer in G1. He was really more for Prime. But you never know. It would be pretty interesting to see that. Pulling a nice amount of 4-star shards here. Not sure if we'll not sure if it's 600 amount there. So Jared Barber saying he saw a 2-star Shockwave and Soundwave, and yeah, actually, I did see where because if you remember that one video a couple weeks ago where I pulled that Wheeljack bundle and I pulled the 2-star Wheeljack, apparently the Blaster, you know, Wheeljack and Shockwave were getting released as 2-star, and Blaster and Soundwave also getting released as 2-stars. And if you happen to look at your collections, if you didn't happen to get them, you'll notice it is showing 2 more bots, 2-star bots available. So that means I'm missing 2-star Blaster. If I'd have known that, I probably would have at least gotten a smaller amount of Blaster bundle. Yeah, nah, I don't need a Blaster. I'll find them eventually. Maybe I might have to start using my 2-star crystals on the Autobot side and see if I can pull Blaster. Because even on the Decepticon side, the 2-star crystals have been giving me dupes anyway, so. Chris Johnson, NonToxic Gamers, welcome, man. Connell Novak's asking, did I hear of the Masterpiece Beast Wars Megatron coming out? Yes, I did. When I saw that, I did the whole "shut up and take my money" thing because it was like, why can't I put this money through the screen and have it now? Because that thing looks awesome. It's going to be pricey because you can tell from some of those pictures he's bigger than the Beast Wars, the Dinobot, Masterpiece Dinobot, and that Masterpiece Dinobot's $250 by himself, so I'm thinking probably at least $300 for that Beast Wars Megatron. So I might have to hold back on some crystal bundles here so I can afford that thing when it comes out. B-Mills Gaming, welcome to the stream. You just missed the news and some fabulous crystal openings. We're winding down here, just opening, getting a lot of 4-star shards, 3-star shards. Got 1 or 2 5-star shards, and there's another one, 25. And yes, Royce, I did see that thing about Walgreens might be getting that Power of the Primes Wreck-Gar. I'm definitely going to be searching that out. Might see if I can try to find myself a few of them. Because you can never have too many Junkions. I've got, what? I'm looking back at my Junkions shelf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of that Generations Wreck-Gar mold. Actually, 3 Wreck-Gars and 3 Junk Heaps. Well, one of them is the actual Wreck-Gar, one of them is the actual Junk Heap, one of them, and then I also have one of each of them. Actually, I think they called him, what was it, Trash Heap? It was in that one little premium set, was the 2 of them plus Hot Rod. And also, I did get an extra Wreck-Gar and Junk Heap, and I put some third-party features on him, on them, so it's new head and some new extra armor and stuff like that, so it makes them like they're new bots. I definitely want to get the the new deluxe Wreck-Gar. It's actually kind of funny because they do have like a scout class. I forget what they call them. Yeah, the Wreck-Gar as well, made out of that groove and rust dust mold. So it's kind of funny. You'll have a big Wreck-Gar and a little Wreck-Gar. Sure, Ronnie, do run, Ronnie, mo! Well done, Sharksy. I like it. I do have a tendency to watch the 86 Transformers movie a lot on the weekends when I'm just grinding through the game, and people in the Alliance will tell you every so often I'll throw in a Junkion quote. I've even done that in Global a couple times. In Global one time I went and put in Ba Weep Grana Weep Ninny Bong, and people were like, huh? What? So I thought that was kind of funny. Alright, so there we go. And that's the last one. So we did get a few 5-star shards. I wasn't paying attention, I was talking. I don't know, is anybody adding them up? That's okay, you don't have to. So we're at 2520 on the 5-star crystals, 2258 on the 4-star. So we're a few. Did pretty good on the 3-star crystals. We've got about halfway to a new 3-star crystal, but no new crystals to open up. And you can see there's my amount of Prime Core chips. So even with the 2700, I'm still going to fall short of a new Prime Core from this weekend. But I'm still planning on trying to complete that because that'll just get me that much closer to the next Prime Core the next time they do one of these events, right? All right. Royce is asking, is he going to be a motorcycle or a garbage truck? The Power of the Primes one, he's going to be a motorcycle. The garbage truck, if anybody's not familiar, Wreck-Gar was in the Transformers animated series, and he was a garbage truck. And I actually have that toy. It's actually a really good toy. He's very much a shell former, but he's still it's a spot on. I love the whole animated toy line because as unique of an animation style as that is, the toys actually match it really well. And another fun fact, if anybody didn't realize, I'm seeing all these Junkion quotes coming through here. That's great. I absolutely adore that. Obviously, in the Transformers the movie, Weird Al Yankovic's song "Dare to Be Stupid" was the background music during that initial Junkion fight between the Autobots and the Junkions. So that was actually really cool. And then in Transformers Animated, they actually brought Weird Al back as the voice of Wreck-Gar in Transformers Animated. Now, I happen to be fortunate enough to go to one of Weird Al's concerts a couple of years ago when he was in town, and I gotta tell you, it's awesome. If you ever get a chance to go see Weird Al and you like his music, go see one of his concerts. It was very cool. When he actually was getting ready to do the Dare to Be Stupid song, he had a little screen up there and showed little clips of this and that, and one of the clips was from Transformers Animated of Wreck-Gar, and I went nuts. I was just like, that is awesome. So it's very cool. So he does actually acknowledge the fact that he was the voice of a Transformer in his concerts. So yes, and anybody who doesn't like Weird Al, what's wrong with you? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. All right. So, all right. Let's see. Dare to be stupid. Dare to be stupid. Tell me what I say. Let's see. Getting a camo blackout and a rusty bumblebee in the studio series. I hadn't heard that. So that would be pretty interesting. Got to get those repaints, right? Get every last little bit of money from those molds. Karen Moore, I can't hear you. Okay, I can hear you now. Oh, what level is Victorion? Megatron is asking. Victorion is currently leveling up. We'll go take a look. She is level 7 right now, on her way to level 8. And if my calculations are correct, I should have enough spark to get her to level 10, which is going to be maxing her out as a 3-star. So I'm still looking for that little rust dust as a 4-star. So, man, let's see. Chase Davis says they should add Defensor. Yeah, I would like to see them add Defensor. It's going to be a little while though, because I mean we did just get Victorion and Menasor. So let's see. Well, Super Train Prime says a lightning bolt struck a tree right next to the school and it almost hit your school. Woo! I'll tell you what. I've had a couple of close brushes with lightning. There was a lightning. I was at home. This is great. It's funny because I just told this story like the other day to one of my coworkers. I was at home when I was maybe 16 or 17 with my younger sister, and we were just sitting down to watch, of all movies, Short Circuit. You remember Johnny Five? We were getting ready to go watch Short Circuit, and all of a sudden, boom! Huge lightning strike. Scared the heck out of us. And and it's just me and her, and so I'm like 16. So I'm going through the house, making sure everything's okay, because this thing clearly hit really close to our house. When I go open up the garage door, I like smell around. I'm like, oh, that doesn't smell right. So I called 911, got the fire department over there. Fortunately, nothing happened. But after the storm went past and the fire department went away, we went looking around. The tree out front, it was a pretty tall tree, had bark strewn everywhere. Clearly, it had hit that tree. And then I had like my pickup truck out front, and it had a little hole, just like somebody took like a welding torch and touched it to the roof of my car. It had a perfect little welded hole right on the roof of the car. The front tire on the other side was blown out. And then in the garage door, we saw this kind of a few days later, in the bottom of the garage door had another one of those little welded holes, which is what caused the smell, obviously. So lightning does some crazy stuff. It hit the tree, jumped over to my car, blew out the tire, and went over to the garage door. That's unbelievable what lightning does. So yeah, here's safety tip. We do safety tips at work all the time. If there's ever a lightning storm in your area, stay inside. Just don't be outside at all. Lightning is bad news, guys. So yeah. All right, so wow, kind of digressed there a little bit, but let's see. All right, let's go back and see what else we got. Red Alert saying when Wreck-Gar's first episode, they show him tossing trash out of the back of his dumpster on his back. Yes. Oh, one of the things he throws out is the 86 movie Junkyard motorcycle. I never caught that. I might have to go watch that later. I definitely got to go check that out. The only thing you're good for is garbage. Let's see. After Trax and Cutthroat, who do you think of the next bots are coming? Oh, who knows? You know, I was actually thinking about this. You know, if they were going to be matching up like Defensor and, you know, Protectobots and Terracons, if they were working towards like, say, Defensor and Abominus, I'm kind of surprised they brought out Cutthroat opposite Trax, because Cutthroat is like the one flying bot from the Terracons, and Blades, Helicopter, is the one flying bot from the Protectobots. So I would kind of expect the two of them to be counter to each other. So maybe they won't be just releasing Terracon Protectobots. So maybe Blades will be opposite some other non-Terracon Decepticon. So it'll be interesting. But I would like to see those guys coming. I know the Terracons are coming because we've already got Cutthroat coming to go along with Hunger. And we're definitely going to be seeing Ripper, Snapper, and Blot and Sinner Twin coming out. They are calling him Sinner Twin again now, aren't they? Especially because of the Power of the Primes toys. They're coming out in the Power of the Primes toys. I mean, so they're definitely going to be seeing the Terracons in the game. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Benny Marksberry, welcome to the stream. There's your shout out for you, buddy. I think about 6 months. Yeah. William's saying thinking about 6 months for a new combiner. Yeah, that's what I figured too. And yes, you're right. I did get Skylinks, even though you took a couple of them. Johnny 5 is alive. The Rekgar kiss Grimlock. Me Grimlock no kisser. Me Grimlock king. Yeah, I love that movie. I got quotes for days. Devil Knight love playing with lightning. Yeah. Ripper Snappers. Yeah. Is 4-star Firefly worth spending the sparks on? I would think so. I mean, he's you kind of need to spend the sparks on him to get his ability to where he can be able to be stronger and get take out higher level bots. I do happen to have 4-star Firefly. He is right here, so you can see where I've got him at. He's level 49 right now, so he's one of the other bots that's approaching 50. He's got a little ways to go. But I've got his ability at level 6, and he's at 2495 damage. I probably ought to bump him another level, and that'll push him over the 2500, which I think is the level 11 mortars. So I might have to consider putting some more spark into him. I've got plenty of it. I haven't spent a whole lot of spark. I don't know why. I think it's because you also need Energon to upgrade the abilities, and up until recently, I haven't had a real surplus of Energon. And lately, what I've been doing with the Energon since my research lab's been down, I've been upgrading my power cores. So, all hail Grimlock, Texatron says. Razorquake says he's found his 76th brother who betrayed him, so he had to destroy him. That's funny. Oh, and Red Alert, I know he's been having trouble with the getting the game to run. He's saying, Space Ape says, if your device has less than 2 gigabytes of onboard RAM, it will not be able to handle the game any longer. Yeah, see, now that's an interesting point. I'm sorry you've been having that trouble, but that's... Everybody's asking, hey, let's add this, let's new game mode this, new game mode that, combiners for the factions, and all this and all that. And, that's great and everything, but everything they add makes the game bigger. It makes it take more resources to run. So really, unless you have one of the top-of-the-line phones, it's going to get to the point where you're not going to be able to play the game if you have one of the older ones. I've got a pretty... low power Android tablet that I'm running my free-to-play account on. I'm just counting the days until that one says, yep, sorry, you can't play it on this thing anymore. I didn't spend a whole lot of money on it. I actually got that tablet a year and a half ago or so I could play Durango, which was actually only available on Android. But yeah, I am glad that you happen to have another device that you're able to go ahead and get that going on. So, Sharksy says 86 movie is better than all Bayformers movies. Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one. Bayformers were okay, but yeah, you can't beat that 86 movie. Is Optimus Primal a good bot? Yes, Optimus Primal is a very good bot. How would I feel if Space Ape visited the car robots or the original Robots in Disguise? I would feel indifferent. I haven't gone and watched those shows back. I was not into Transformers during their runs, and I haven't gone back and searched out them. So I have no connection to them. If they do, great. But if they don't, okay. I am aware, like, they have the Armada Megatron and the Armada Starscream that actually came out in the toys, so I mean I'm familiar with those, but outside of that, I mean, I know that's not car robots or Robots in Disguise, but it is kind of part of that Unicron trilogy. So let's see. Who would you put the new Prime Core on? Yeah, Alpha Trion. Basically, you earn ability points for as long as that bot is alive and in the battle. So put it on anybody that you have that tends to not die. That's really what it is. So definitely want to avoid anybody who does die a lot. So people like Drift or Barricade or Starsaber or Deathsaurus, Grimlock, Razorclaw, the guys who tends to be quicker bots and rush into battle. Those guys you would not want to put it on, but I don't know. Jumpstream I have tends to hang around quite a while. So Sunstreaker Waza in the stream. Welcome, man. Welcome. Glad you can see. I saw you were streaming live earlier. I was sorry I wasn't able to join in. I was kind of preparing for this. But I do plan to go back and watch that replay. Let's see. New 5 stars will be 6 months now, so we're stuck with the current lot. Yeah, and I saw you pulled the Cheetor, so congratulations to you on that one. I did actually pull my 3-star Cheetor. He's been stuck at 40. I pulled him into one of my teams just because I've got so many bots now waiting for upgrades with this lab being down. I figured, hey, you know, if I got to have some bot in there that's at a max level, yeah, might as well go ahead and pull him out and see what he looks like at the new stats. And yeah, I seem to be doing all right. I haven't tried to solo anything with him yet, so. Let's see. Cameron Moore says you play Marvel Strike Force. You know what, guys? Last time we were here, you guys asked, hey, do I play Marvel Strike Force? And I said no. Well, I tried it. It's pretty good. I am liking Marvel Strike Force. So you guys got me to start playing Marvel Strike Force, and so I'm playing it now. Don't plan to do any videos on it, but that might change. Let's see, is Ultra Magnus a good choice for the new Prime Core? Yeah, he might be. Ultra Magnus has got a lot of health. He tends to stick around for a while. Devil Knight, thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, stream quality is a little tricky there, Sunstreaker. Yuli Santana, you got all the Prime Cores already? Yeah, 2 of them. The most anybody could possibly have is 2. I think some people are going to be going for their 3rd one this weekend. If I recall correctly, I think some people are going to be getting their possibly getting their 3rd Prime Core this weekend. So that's the most anybody could get. Not all 5 or 6. Let's see. Yeah, Cameron Moore's at 1465, 5-star stars. Yeah, that is a long way from a 5-star bot. What, you want me to play Forged to Fight? Nah, I played Forged to Fight. I've got a video up on Forged to Fight. One video. I actually did go play Forged to Fight. It's just not really my kind of game. It's kind of a lot of this, the same tap, swipe kind of a thing. I like Earth Wars because there's a little bit more thinking involved. It's a little bit more of a strategy. And even Marvel Strike Force, it is really kind of dependent upon the higher level squad is going to beat a lower level squad pretty much every time. But if you get two evenly matched squads, there is a little bit of a strategy involved with that game. So I think that's kind of why I like it. Whereas Forged to Fight, it's not terrible. I poke in there every now and then, trying to like it again. It hasn't worked out yet. Let's see. Yeah, poor Slingshot. Even Wild Rider made an appearance. Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting point there, Emerald Gaming. If Bawi Grana Weep Ninibung is a universal greeting, what is the universal goodbye? Thoughts on that, guys? Is there a universal goodbye to counter Bawi Grana Weep Ninibung as a universal greeting? Is the universal goodbye maybe a blaster shot? Or is it something like Aloha in Hawaiian, where Aloha means hello and goodbye? Maybe Bawi Grana Weep Ninibung means hello and goodbye. Or maybe try to say it backwards to say goodbye. That seems like something Rekgar would do. Gnabinin Pew Aruga Pew Hab. I don't know. Okay. Oh, looks like we're talking. I was a little behind in this thing. Looks like we're talking Marvel Strike Force. Drax is a good tank. Yeah, I know. I hate going up against Drax. I'm really close to pulling him. Still need a few more shards there. All right, thanks. See you later, Waza. Empty. The goodbye. William says an empty Energon snack container. Yeah. You know, that's interesting. I don't know if I said that before, but you know, a lot of people are thinking that all those Alligator Cons got upset at Cup and Hot Rod because they ran out of the Energon goodies, and that's why they attacked them and took them in. No, really, what happened was Cup, when it was empty, he said empty. Then he tossed his little container on the ground, and they were very upset that he littered. So they actually arrested them for littering. That's my theory. So. Okay. Oh, Sharksy's got an option for the goodbye. So Baweep Grana Weep Nini Bong says hello, and Bong Nini Weep Nagra Weep Ba. Okay, yeah, it's kind of like what I did, just doing it backwards. So that's funny. Oh, litter is for goodbye. I gotcha. All because Cup ran out of energy on the candy? No, it's because he littered. And because he ran out of Energon goodies. Yes. Okay. Oh, let's see. And now, don't click off of YouTube. You know, it took me a long time in the movie. You know, when they're going to attack Unicron and they're all in the Junkion ship, and Unicron actually, I forget, does he like breathe fire at them or something, and it causes damage to them? And as they're going down, Rekgar says something like, you know, satisfaction guaranteed. And then the rest of the Junkions said something, and I never understood it until recently. And they're like, "Or your money back." So it's just even to the end, they're quoting TV, and I think that's hilarious. So let's see. Yeah, William saying, hope they take a cue from nearly any other app, especially Forged to Fight for the anniversary. So, what kind of things did Forged to Fight do? I wasn't playing the game, so I'm not familiar with what they actually did. Let's see. The Sharktacons hate litter. They need to bring out a litter core for bots to repel Gnaw. That would be hilarious. All right, Chair Barber. Goodbye. Thanks for joining the stream. Let's see. Destroy Unicron. Eliminate even the toughest stains. Destroy Grand Poobah. Oh, you guys are cracking me up with these Junkion codes. What was it? Hoist is the Grand Poobah. Yeah, not quite. Anybody remember where the Grand Poobah actually came from? I mean, I might be wrong, but I see. Well, isn't that what they called the from like the Flintstones? Wasn't that like the leader of their little club or something? Don't ask me how much I spend on this game. I don't keep track. I don't want to know because I'll probably be upset at myself. Let's see. Somebody wanted to see some combiner action. Let's see. We got Volcanicus, and I can actually take this guy to level 11, but I'm gonna finish leveling Victorion first. Although, you know, I saw some screenshots of some people the other day with some Superion at like level 18 and stuff like that. That's insane amount of duplicate aerial bots there. Or aerial bot bundles, I suppose. Yeah, I got my Superion at level 10 too. He's a little, you gotta have what is it, 95,000 to actually upgrade to level 11. So I'm a little ways away from that on Superion, but I've got it for Volcanicus. And here is my Optimus Maximus. I think it's 55 to go to level 8, so I'm a little ways away from leveling Optimus Maximus up a little bit. But that's okay, because I'm not a big fan of Optimus Maximus. Let's see. Soundbolt 82. You're in the Alliance, and I think you had asked to look at the base. Let me go see if I can find you. I haven't done any base reviews here in a little bit. There you are, Soundbolt 82. Let's go visit. The Honeymooners. Oh, was the Grand Poobah part of the Honeymooners? Yeah. Well, yeah. The Flintstones were definitely based on the Honeymooners. You know, I mean, Fred Flintstone is practically a cartoon version of Ralph Grandin. Alright, so here's Soundbolt 82. We're looking at we're looking pretty good here. Okay, so we're level 11, so we've got your mortars are lagging a little bit. Your cannons are lagging quite a bit because your cannons can be the same level as your headquarters, so you need to be working on upgrading your defenses a little bit. You got level 4 beam laser. Okay, you've been leveling that up, but don't forget about your auto cannons, because your cannons, I've died many times because I can't destroy a cannon there. So otherwise, I mean, you got your headquarters protected pretty well. This mortar back here may not be the best placement. But it's not terrible. I mean, if bots are approaching your headquarters, or even if they're at the bottom side of the headquarters, that mortar would still be getting it. There's your missile launcher, nice big range covering your whole base there. Got some good outposts there. Yeah, it's pretty decent setup. I would just, at this point, I would just focus on upgrading your defenses. I wouldn't go to headquarters 12 yet, unless you start getting a bot that's approaching 40, that you're going to need to level them up. I wouldn't bother going to headquarters 12 yet until you get those defenses up to your headquarters 11 level. Who would win, Galvatron or Ghost Starscream? Well, normally I'd say Galvatron, but if you're saying Ghost Starscream, it might be a little tough because he's a ghost. Although, can Ghost Starscream do anything to Galvatron unless he possesses somebody else? And I know that happened. And Galvatron, I could certainly beat anybody else. Ooh, what would happen if Ghost Starscream possessed Galvatron? I mean, that's really what he should have done. When he came back and he goes and he possesses, what was it, Octane, and then I think one of the Scourges, or, one of the Sweeps, he should have gone in there and possessed Galvatron. I mean, then he could just be the leader, and nobody would even know the difference. He could just pretend that, pretend that he's Galvatron. I mean, Loki did it in Thor Ragnarok, and he put on the disguise of being Odin. Why couldn't Starscream do that with Galvatron? You're an idiot, Starscream. Oh, so William was saying the Forged to Fight celebration was a 2-week login calendar with crystals, free resources, and hard to get stuff, including a 4-star wind blade and resources for $20. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so far the yeah, first rule, so Waz is saying, first rule of Earth Wars is never ask about spending. It's like Fight Club rules. Yeah, I get asked that all the time. I don't mind telling you how much I spent on an individual bundle, but don't ask me how much I spent on the game as a whole. I don't want to know about that. Okay, let's see. Engineer always can crush Galvatron. Yeah, I don't know. I think Hoist would have a tough time with Galvatron. Who would win, the Wreckers or the Dreads? You mean like the Dreads, like from the Bayformers? I think the Wreckers would pull it out. I mean, the Dreads, you know, they're kind of berserkers. They don't seem to be. In fact, one of them was named Berserker in the last movie, wasn't he? So I mean, that was kind of, I totally didn't even mean it by that when I first said it. What I mean by that is they're not really intelligent. They're just kind of crazy and just, you know, blah. Whereas the Wreckers, they tend to be that way a little bit, but they do actually have some strategy. So I think the strategy from the Wreckers would actually win that one. Yeah, once upgraded 1 point every 16 seconds on that Alpha Trion core. So that's pretty good. That's pretty quick. I mean, how many times have you been sitting there, you know, it's like, oh man, I'm just one ability shy, and then I could really get this, and then, but there's nothing nearby to destroy. So if you had somebody with Alpha Trion core go on, you know, it's just going to keep ticking, and that might be the difference in a win or a loss. So yeah. Is it true the original Starscream voice actor killed himself? I don't know. Yeah, Chris Latta, but yeah, I know he passed. It was interesting. It may not be a surprise to anybody, but he actually voiced Cobra Commander. I mean, it was practically the same voice. Interesting thing I didn't realize is I believe he actually voiced Wheeljack as well. So that was two totally different voices, and he actually pulled that off. So that was I mean, everybody talks about Frank Welker and how he can voice pretty much everything, and they're right. But I mean, to be able to do, like, say, Starscream and Wheeljack, two very different voices, that's still pretty talented. Next week for Cutthroat, probably. This is the 3rd week since we knew about those 2 bots, and it's possible. So what do you guys think when they come out? Another leaderboard prestige event? Because the last time we had a new bot come out was Elita 1 and Lugnut, and that was a leaderboard. But the time when there would normally be another bot event was the Victorion Menasor crystal for the 4-star crystal there. So that was taking the place of what would normally have been, say, a prestige event. So now that we're back at an event for a new bot, so even though typically you would do the prestige event for the other bot, we kind of skipped that with the Victorion and Menasor crystal. So we might actually be back at another leaderboard for Trax and Cutthroat. It'd be interesting to see. And I'm sure we'll find out more about that next week. If not next week, probably another week after that. Who voiced Galvatron? Cameron Moore is asking. Well, 2 different people voiced Galvatron. In the movie, Leonard Nimoy, you know, Spock from Star Trek, actually was Galvatron. But when it became time for the season 3, Frank Welker actually did Galvatron. Again, it's a slightly different voice than his Megatron, but it was the same guy. Next spot after Trax, dude, we got to get Trax out first. They really don't. They occasionally, I guess, they do kind of give hints at who's going to be coming out, but I haven't seen anything or heard anything. Yes, Mark Hamill is a great voice actor too. Yes. Yes, I do like Mark Hamill's work. You'd be surprised at the things that he's done. Um, will they add Thunderclash? I'm thinking probably not. You know, just he's a pretty obscure character. I mean, he was in the comics briefly, in the More Than Meets the Eye and Lost Light comics, but even there, he just had he was a big deal in the comics. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's like he's the most famous, most popular Autobot," but he wasn't in them very much. So, other than that, I'm sure he was in one of these older series that I'm not familiar with, but I don't see Thunderclash so much. I won't rule it out though. Yeah, Warpath and Skullcruncher were prestige, so Gnaw was considered a prestige. Yeah, so. Oh, did they say it was a 5-week saga? That would that would mean not next week. That would mean the week after. So, Waz is saying next bot's going to be Dinobot. Oh yeah, that's right. I did hear about Dinobot and Waspinator. So that would be pretty interesting to see. Especially because Dinobot is not, he's more of a ground-based bot, and Waspinator, you know, he flies because he's, well, a wasp. So that would, but just because he flies doesn't necessarily mean he's going to have to be able, he has to fly somewhere. I mean, how many helicopters do we have that don't actually fly anywhere? In fact, all of them. Only Stormclash is the only helicopter that actually flies out like a plane. All the others just kind of hover and throw something else. So. Yeah, let's see. Sharksy saying in Star Wars Force Awakens, Mark Hamill got paid a lot just for standing there. Skyquake coming into the game? Yeah, you guys are digging deep into the Transformers mythos. The one that I'm most familiar with, the Skyquake I'm most familiar with, is Transformers Prime, and so far we haven't seen a whole lot of love for Transformers Prime in the game. So, new bots will follow the Power of the Prime's toy line, absolutely. So, yeah, so actually, that's why we're seeing Trax. Well, actually, he's not even the Power of the Primes. He's going to be coming out in, what's the next one called? The next toy line? I don't even remember, but wasn't it like Trax and Impactor? So I would expect to see Impactor coming in the game at some point, probably next year sometime. I mean, Trax is easy because Trax has a lot of toys out. Impactor really doesn't have a whole lot of official toys that really do his character justice. As far as I'm aware, the only Impactor toys are the Fall of Cybertron. It was like a recolor of Onslaught. It was this horrible orange figure, and is Impactor in name only, and and then the other official figure is actually a Collector Club exclusive, and he was basically a remold of the Rook figure. So it's basically Rook with a new head and a purple paint job, which actually looks really good, but I don't think they would actually put him in the game with that. Now, just because they don't have a toy out doesn't mean they're not going to put them in. I mean, look at Starsaber and Deathsaurus. They're in the game. They don't have a recent toy. You could argue that Starsaber has a Masterpiece toy that's from fairly recent years, but no Deathsaurus in recent years. So, yes, Mark Hamill is the voice of Megatronus, and I think he's doing an excellent job with that. Why is Trax an Airbot and not a triple changer? Because he's Trax. He's Trax. Not nice stats there, Sharksy. I'm glad you got that 1% in there. Alright. Is Megatronus coming to the game? Not likely. Not likely. Evil Rodimus from Power of the Primes? I don't see why not. They've got a Nemesis Prime in there, which is the black repaint of the Optimus Prime. Why not a black evil repaint of Rodimus Prime? And I tell you, I've shown him off a couple times. That Rodimus Unicronus toy is pretty awesome. And he is featured in the Power of the Primes series over there in the Prime Wars trilogy, if you happen to be watching that. By the way, did anybody watch that last one where Predaking's going and Megatron, you know, the Predaking and Volcanicus and everybody, they're all going and fighting him, and then right near the end of the episode, Megatron kind of gets into this little Prime area, and he's walking in, and tells everybody, "Hey, wait here," and then they show a shot of let me see if I think I got a picture of that. They got a shot of Volcanicus and Predaking and everybody standing there just watching him walk in, and I was cracking up. Yeah. Here, let's put this over here. Everybody's just kind of standing there watching Megatron go in, and it doesn't really do it justice here, but Predaking was scratching his lion face in combined mode. He was scratching his chest nose. I just thought that was so hilarious to see that. But yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah, if you haven't seen that, definitely go and go watch that. So I'm not going to give you any spoilers on that, other than that Predaking does scratch his chest nose at the end of this one. At the end of this one recent episode. So yeah, it was hilarious. So all right. Oh, we got replays in the game? No, I haven't looked. We haven't looked at any replays. Okay, let's go look at some replays, and I think we're gonna head out of here for a little bit there. Let's see. Okay, there's Soundbolt asking for the base replay in there. So Crack Shot 48's got a replay for the stream. So you got this one bought the last event. King Gamer, have I seen the new episode of Power of the Primes? Oh yeah, there is another one out since this other one that I was just talking about. Oh, look at this. We got a 4-star strafe. Yes, that's very cool. This is a good way to level them up. Send them in solo on a base. And these lower level bases are usually pretty easy to do too, because most people at this level haven't moved their headquarters away from where it originally started off with, just like this guy. So it does take a little extra time, because at that low level he's not doing a whole lot of damage. But you're getting there. You're getting there. Yeah, see, once you clear out the circle, now he's just targeting the headquarters with every shot that he takes. That's 18 different little bursts that he gives. So, but now he's got to build up some ability points. Oh no, he opened Tantrum. Good thing he just couldn't escape to the air. And Tantrum can do nothing but stand there and watch. Haha! Oh, poor Tantrum. Bird's eye view. Windblade will be Elita 1 soon in Power of the Primes? No, I don't think a Windblade will be Elita 1. No, Dr. 360 saying he came across a tough base. Yeah, William, I agree. They hate that they take 20 minutes to tell a 3-minute story. Yeah. Well, IDW's killing off the bot super quick, because those stories are ending. before it's over, IDW will be. It's like the last bot standing now. It'll just be like Rodimus by himself, finally getting to the Cyber Utopia, I guess. Boom! There goes that fusion bomb. Took quite a bit to set it off, though. Oh, he's got Rodimus Prime there and doing his Matrix Burst. Looks like you got a maxed out 2-star Prime there. Got your Wheeljack and Sunstreaker and Air Raid, Firefly. Yeah, see, you know, even though you got that Optimus maxed out, he's it's hard to beat that inspiring charge to drive everybody to the headquarters or to wherever it is that you need to go. So, oh, you just sped him up with Wheeljack's ability. Oh, down goes Beast Wars Megatron. Oh, looks like that headquarters is going down. Did a pretty good job avoiding half of that base there. There you go. Nice win there, Dr. 316. And Mega Charge is saying last minute. It sounds like a last minute victory. Who will be the next Prime? Oh, the next Prime. That's going to be Optimus Primal. He was voted. The fans voted Optimus Primal will be the next Prime. That one I can tell you. In fact, I think we saw like in the trailer for the most recent Power of the Primes before they started showing the episodes. They're going to run across Optimus Primal at some point. Oh, look at this. We got 3 stars and 4 stars. We got 3-star Hotspot, Ultra Magnus Blaster, Snarl, and Power Glide. 4-star Prowl, and a 2-star Hot Rod. Look at that Prowl. Ooh, man, almost. That Prowl is going to do you well. He's very much like Alpha Bravo, and I've got a 4-star Alpha Bravo. He is on my A team, and he is one of only 2 bots right now that can take out level 11 mortars, him and Skydive. So Prowl will do you well. Focus on him. Get him leveled up. Level his ability. If you don't have a volatile mixture core on him, oh, get that flak jacket off him and get a volatile mixture on him. Because actually those two things you shot there, the laser and the mortar, see how it left just a little bit of health there? If you'd had a volatile mixture on him, I know they're hard to come by, but if you'd had a volatile mixture on him, you'd probably taken those 2 out. Alright, so took a lot of damage, but it looks like we're down. We've just got a couple of outposts there left to go. But Power Glide's over here, and Ultra Magnus is just taking his sweet time. And so is Blaster. We'll speed it up. And Megatron comes out. Oh, there goes Magnus's ability. I love that ability. Oh, and Power Glide rushes in. Oh no, Scourge is out. That's not good. Oh, and they did get it. Yeah, that probably was down to just a couple of seconds left. All hell Bumble Primus. Oh, you guys are cracking me up. B's overrated. Yeah. What's the 2-year anniversary prize going to be? Well, I have to check out the stream tomorrow on the Transformers Earth Wars Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook channel, because they say that they're going to be talking about it. Alright, so okay, one last question I see here. Will Nautica from the Lost Light comics appear? You mean in the game? I don't know. Probably not. There's a whole lot of other Autobots from the traditional G1 to get in here. I mean, she does have a Titan's Return toy, but it was kind of one of those exclusive premium sets that wasn't widely distributed. So I'm going to say no, at least not for a while. Everybody's wanting to get Nautica and Thunderclash. What about Hoist? Nobody wants Hoist? Just kidding. There you go, Sharksy say. Why not Skids? Exactly. Skids is another G1 bot who, or Trailbreaker, Grapple, Inferno, Red Alert. You know, there's lots of other traditional G1 bots to get into the game. Wheelie. I mean, no, I think they pretty much said no Wheelie. But Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. I'm kind of running out of things to say. So I do appreciate everybody joining the stream. And we're going to go ahead and sign it off. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you can see when I go live. You'll get the notification. Be notified when I post videos, because I do post videos occasionally. And also, let me see. If you are interested in joining in on some discussion or whatever, you can join us on our Non-Toxic Gamers band channel. I'm throwing a link in the description there. Should be coming shortly. There it is. So you can join up the Non-Toxic Gamers and chat up with whether it be Transformers Earth Wars, Marvel Strike Force, or Forged to Fight. I think we've got some chats in there for about that, or lots and lots of other games. I know a lot of you guys like to play Fortnite and PUBG, and I think they've got some chats in there too. So definitely join in on the discussion over there. And I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends. Thanks for watching.